Today we're at Highgate Cemetery. Going to do the tour of both the west and the east side of the cemeteries. Have a look about. This is the courtyard of the west side of the cemetery. We're just waiting now for the tour to start, which is going to take us up to the Catacombs and around some of the famous sites on this side of the cemetery.
Who was the Russian Secret Service officer who was poisoned in London with polonium-210. A cup of green tea. Yeah, you remember just I mean, normally we wouldn't stop at a recent grave out of respect for the family, but his wife, who lives locally, has given permission, and she's keen to keep his story alive and what happened to him.
The idea was to make it like an Egyptian tomb.
What, the whole of the Catacombs? Or the entrance?
Entrance.
I think the fascination with the Victorians, with the Egyptian bit, was just with the afterlife and not knowing.
One of the centerpieces of the cemetery when it was first built. It's Grade 1 listed. And there was huge mania for Egypt amongst the Victorians. And you'll see on the doors there are upside down torches. So that's a symbol of a life cut short. But the fact that the flame is still alive, I believe, symbolises that the soul lives on. And apparently the keyholes are upside down as well.
Through there, I remember last time we went through there. The smell of death.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, where's the tree then?
What can you see through there?
No, it's a little latch for the key.
Oh.
Very secure again. Would have been in lead, but it could be in other metals.
Didn't they have grave robbers come in and take the lead from the top of the coffins?
Well, I think they were more interested in the bodies than the coffins.
Yeah,
Transportable.
probably worth a lot of money in scrapping in there.
You see, they finally came down. 5 years ago. I say 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago.
Hammer falling to a regular film here, yeah.
Yes.
It was a very famous Hammer film where Peter Cushing comes down in the Catacombs.
Ah, right. I'm just going to stop here. Right, success. But there were 3 people in the grave. There was Lady Donna Tabassi and her husband was Paul. He worked in the Indian so he wasn't around very much. But Mabel introduced Radcliffe Hall, who called herself John, to her husband in the Trowbridge, and those 2 became lovers. Sadly, much later, when these 3 were already here, we were done. This is a columbarium, which is where ashes are put. It wasn't common to have cremations in Victorian times, and it was ambiguous whether it was legal or not.
Just going back to the grave robbing angle, the British government actually passed a law in 1752 which meant that anyone convicted of murder, his body was given to the medical schools for them to work on in a bid to curtail the grave robbery trade. And that was in 1752, and this cemetery didn't open until 1839, close to 100 years afterwards. So really, there's not a lot of truth in what she's saying about the grave robberies here, in my opinion.
The coffins, or most of them, all of them, the coffins are put in such a way that the head is at this end. Some people say it's because people want to talk to their loved ones, but actually I think just in terms of the weight distribution, it's an easier way to do it. Some of these coffins are very elaborate. Let me show you this one. I'll pull out on here. You can see it's got nails, very decorated. It wasn't actually being used, and people broke in. These people are stand-ups in the coffin. Yes, so this is the top, I'll show you from that outside, where people walk up and down, but they broke and turned themselves in. This is the most famous occupant. This is Robert Liston, who was a very famous surgeon. He is known as the fastest knife in the West End. Claimed he could do an amputation in 28 seconds. Wow. And he was so confident, because in those days you could pay rock operations. There used to be a theatre in operating theatre. And he'd say, time, you gentlemen. When your eyes get used to it, it seems much lighter. It just takes a while. First it seems completely pitched up.
You're not going there?
Not lock anybody in.
Cheap rent for the night.
No, you can look. There's also on the website, there is a 365-degree, wonderful reserve. Yes, on the website, there's a...
How many are actually buried here?
Oh, I didn't know that. I know that when I can see it over there. I'll tell you in a minute. Whoops. 153,000 possibly. The horse slaughter of Queen Victoria. And you can imagine in Victorian times the streets were full of horses. You know, that was the main means of transport. And obviously, like the humans, they died. But unlike the humans, there was value in their bodies, and I think they were melted down for glue. And, yes, that's what it's said.
They got nothing to worry about over here, though, have they?
I don't know, I think they're probably hungry. What do you think you're going to Stevenson's Rumbles then?
This is where his den is.
Is it?
Yeah, look, there's got a big hole there.
We're going to throw you up the tent and go for a wander.
I don't think they're bothered. I mean, it's bothered. I reckon I could probably stroke that, you know.
Yeah, I reckon you could as well.
Look how tame it is. Look.
That's weird, isn't it?
This is the grave of Thomas Sayers, the prize fighter. Only ever lost one fight. It went 61 rounds and it was stopped because he had so much blood in his eyes he couldn't see. He was basically blind. That's the only fight he ever lost. It's a bare knuckle fighter. That's his dog, which was called Lion. When he died, his funeral procession was one of the biggest in London. It was copied from the Duke of Wellington, so 100,000 people lining the route, and the dog took pride of honour at the front of it. This pathway here is just full of like family tombs or crypts. From what I gather, some of them can hold up to 20 people, and we see one a bit further up on the other side, and that was 24 foot deep as well, so some of them go right down into the ground. Nature's reclaimed the spot. That'd just be your luck, wouldn't it? Pay for a nice Nice tomb and that, and then some fucking tree grows through it.
I want to see.
George Michael's grave. He won't be going to Club Tropicana, will he? Is it the workmanship that's gone into that?
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be hand carved, hasn't it?
Yeah.
John William Griffin, architect. How about that for a photograph? How did that ever happen?
Oh yeah. That's incredible that trees grown around that like that, isn't it?
Gone completely through it and grown. Man, look.
Yeah, look, you can go on a Karl Marx walking tour. You wouldn't be able to drive, obviously, because that'd be capitalist. I really find it incredible that the mastermind behind such an evil ideology that killed millions of people is honoured by this big bulbous statue in London. I actually visited his original home, well, mansion, in a place called Trier in Germany some years back. I'll put the link in the description. And as ever with these hypocrites, he had a very privileged upbringing, far removed from his poisonous writings on class, which he wrote years later. There's Marx there. You've got the other commies here. Communist corner. This is actually the original Karl Marx's grave or tomb. This is where he was put with his wife, and that one there, Helena de Muth, was also buried with them, which was their special friend, which conjures up a few ideas. But he was kept here until I think the 50s, then the Communist Party paid for the big memorial of his bearded head, which is just a bit further up that way. It's a great old English name there, the Thomas Albion Oldfield of Holloway. Died 1878, age 37. I wonder what his story is. Someone's put some flowers there for him. We come over here, he'll say it's got to be 10 years ago. He refused to pay to get in. He goes, I was brought up here in these scummy flats at the back here. He goes, I know every way to get in and out of that place. I'm not paying. So me and my other mate paid to get in. About half hour later, we met him up by the Marx's tomb thing. All his jeans were split. He was covered from head to foot in mud. Where he climbed over the fence, bit of barbed wire caught him. He gone, oh, so the tip landed in the mud. Ought to save a fiver.
Atomic order of the British Empire.
Sort of staff in it. The faithful dog.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of massive.
In memoriam of Anne, Juice and Crisp. Dog's called Emperor. It's an unusual one there, look, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, are they angels' faces making a Celtic cross? This is the piano grave of Henry Fulton, a famous pianist.
here.
No, you can guarantee that. No love lost there, was there?
Definitely not.
It's a swindle.
It was on easy though.
Jeff Upton, don't know who that is. Canvey Island, the Czech Republic, from Iberia to Lincoln College, Oxford. My name is Malcolm McLaren. Jeremy Beadle, writer, presenter, curator of oddities. 2008 he died. Dead. 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 Can't really see who that is. I think it says Janet something. But she's dead. The nice one, St George, slaying the dragon. Another nice one there of an angel with a bowl. It's the Chipperfield family grave. Must be the circus family. Yeah, Mary Ann Chipperfield. You could spend days here walking around.
Well, we've done both sides, we've done that. So we're now, we've walked all the way around there. It's very good. Yeah, yeah.
See the Karl Marx cuddly toy there.
See all the books and that in there.
Nice bit of capitalism there for him, isn't it, eh? Little dolls of him.
Okay.
Some of the tombstones on this cemetery are just sublime. The beauty and the craftsmanship that's gone into them is just really something else. Today I've also encountered two different red beasts. One was the father of communism and the other one a fox. A big thumbs up really to this cemetery. It's truly a fascinating place to visit and something I'd recommend for anyone to go to.